Hello, YouTube land! Whee! Right, I'm full of energy now. There might be people who do better videos than me, and that's probably everybody, but I've got the best viewers. And this is a message from a user called The Moon Kingdom. His image is a back to front question mark, which is ever so mysterious. And he actually responded to a question, or a set of questions, that I posed amongst the comment section on the astral projection video, one of them. No, actually, the lucid dreaming one, I think. No, the other one, anyway. But the my questions to him were, and he made some pretty elaborate claims regarding astral projection and such. He claims to have mastered it and to do it all the time. So I asked him, one, and I used numbered bullet points. How did you affect others physically? 2, do you have documented accounts of the effect you had on them? 3, do you think that OBEs are things that we are supposed to be able to accomplish, yet lose touch with as we grow older? And that's because he actually said that he was able to have some kind of direct connection and to affect his physical environment and others. So he answers in a private message, and I really do like private messages. Hi, my experience with OBEs, that's out-of-body experiences, lucid dreaming, psychokinesis, etc., is that they are all the same phenomena and basically dependent on shifts in attention and clarity of awareness. Now it's interesting that he uses this is me speaking, he uses the word shifts of attention, because when I described how somebody has a very intense lucid dreaming experience, there has to be some kind of a shift of attention, or rather a focus of attention. So he says a shift of attention and clarity of awareness. Basically, when I have a clear and bright visualization, concentration, I can touch another person and they tend to feel it. Depending on the strength of my concentration on a given day or session, will determine the strength of the reaction. If my concentration is weaker, the person still reacts, but subconsciously. If my concentration is strong, the person reacts like I am touching them. I'm interested how you say that the person reacts subconsciously. I don't really understand that. Hopefully my next statement won't make you uncomfortable. The effect is especially profound if I touch the person in a sexual way. Nah, doesn't. I hope you're not. Hope you don't think that British people are more squeamish about sex than Americans. It doesn't talk about anything sexual we want. But anyway, so he continues. But physically, the effect is especially profound if I touch the person in a sexual way. But psychically, this is interesting. How do you mean, like tantric sex? Sort of. There are so you are close to them and you think about touching them, or you are able to use your astral body's hand and to touch them in a sexual way. I wonder how that. There are many days though that I don't have to concentrate much at all. There is so much ecstatic energy that anyone in my environment still seems to feel it when I'm feeling it. There is an aspect of it where others will feel that I feel whatever I am feeling, and I also have flash OBE awareness from another person's perspective. This is really like weird stuff, interesting. Many yogis can do what I'm talking about, but often focus it through something like loving kindness, though it still produces a psychokinetic effect. In any case, many of the things that I experience physically don't lend themselves to testing as clearly and with easy repetition as something like psychic touch. If you can perhaps share the evidence that of tests with psychic touch. I'm not entirely sure what that means, though I have no interest at all. I have no interest at all. Attention. I don't get that. Yeah. I know that I can do this reliably, and think that galvanic skin response testing would be a good way to go about it. I do have documented accounts, but they are personal. I think it would be better to do fresh, controlled testing. My opinion of OBEs, and this is just my opinion. However, feeling observation is that we are actually always out of body, but tightly focused on the mind-body experience. Just to respond to the correspondent here, I believe the same thing. I actually think that we are essentially, this particular physical body is a projection of something that's outside. I do feel that when meditating and such. It's another sort of experience. It's our means of interacting with this world. I believe that consciousness may be fundamental. That is to say that the physical world is within consciousness, rather than the other way around. Very interesting. Think about it. If I ask you to pay attention to the middle toe on your left foot, you can, but you probably weren't aware of it. I was actually. Likewise, you shift your attention when engaged in entertainment, or an acute experience like banging your knee on a piece of furniture. Meditation has made a very big difference for me in gaining profound control of how I focus my attention, allowing for many interesting experiences in consciousness. Interesting. Now I'm going to do more meditation, and hopefully I will have more strange experiences. Anyway, I would be willing to put what I'm saying to the test. Good on you. Really, I'm really proud of you. If you had volunteers and the equipment set up, yeah. I could say likewise if you had the equipment. So I don't necessarily have access to a lot of equipment. I can clearly say that I'm not a scientist. I don't have that kind of equipment close at hand. I'm not convinced that there actually is any equipment that can be used. I mean, to refer to other people's experiments, that really it's intuitive. And I'm saying that, you know, I've set up an experiment. I have a symbol on my wall that people could hopefully astrally project and read or observe and get back to me. So that is my experiment. And I think the only way to go about this experiment is if I knew you, Mr. If I knew you, Moon Kingdom, and we felt more comfortable with each other. But the option stands. If you have any ideas about what sort of equipment I should use, and I would be happy for you to kind of tell me what your requirements are for completing a successful experiment. So he continues, he finishes the message. Again, I am really not interested in attention at all, which is why I don't use my real name and face on YouTube. I know though that there are a few that are skilled enough to perform reliably who would bother to demonstrate it. I would just care about discretion, considering the nature of what I'm talking about. I honestly, I'm interested in you don't want a lot of attention on YouTube, and I understand that. I have had attention on YouTube that is actually very unpleasant, that I actually would say to people who don't want the attention of YouTube that in many ways you're correct. But what I don't understand is the when it comes to discretion, I don't understand exactly what you mean, because I could carry out an experiment and you would be anonymous. I personally do not see how using a video service such as YouTube would aid the experiment. But in terms of myself recounting the experience, then I will use YouTube. But I also can see that how in the space of things that potentially some kind of technology, video cameras and such could help. I mean, if somebody was to come up to me and to say that they were able to physically manipulate an object, then were I to be able to capture this on YouTube, then it would be of use. But I'm not here to. I'm here to. When it comes to the experiments, your privacy will be completely will be respected. You know, if you decide to give me your real name, I won't share that with YouTube. I have sort of, you can call it like my promise of confidence. And there's something about this message that, you know, which does corroborate with what you say in terms of you want to be kept private, and you haven't stated that you do not wish me to read this message. And if you at any time have misgivings about me reading this message, then I will delete the video. I'm not, you know, I'm out on YouTube for reasons that I don't think anybody can really understand. That granted, I've said very clearly that I would be happy if I got, say, 500 to 1,000 viewers, but what I want are the right viewers, and so far I get about 20 people viewing these videos, and the feedback that I get is top rate. So I have the right viewers, and that technically that counts as attention. So 20 quality viewers, or 1,000 to 1,000,000 people who just stumbled upon my videos just to see, I don't know, to see me half naked or something. You know, there are so many people using YouTube, or people who view videos on YouTube just because they like the girl, or because they think the person is just like them. I mean, even I do it. I mean, I carefully observe 3 YouTubers, and yeah, technically I'm in the same way. I feel that there are some aspects of the YouTubers that I follow that speak very loudly to me, and they stand for similar things to me, though not all the same things. But excellent. This is one of the most excellent messages I've ever got by the Moon Kingdom. I'm going to cut this video off now, and I might do a follow-up because I've got a few more. But thank you. This Moon Kingdom, you're just proving that what I hope to achieve is working. This is exactly what I wanted. So 5 stars to Moon Kingdom. Really good.